barely 30 years old, a successful corporate attorney with 2 kids under 2, a big new house that needed a ton of work, an overly energetic yellow lab, a husband that traveled and was gone 2 weeks out of every month. Oh, I also had 3 grandparents. They were actively dying. And do you know what I was fixated on? My fingernails. You see, everybody around me had these beautifully manicured nails, and I didn't. Nor could I, considering my responsibilities. So my nails became my tipping point. It's my hunch that somewhere along the line, you have reached a tipping point and have burned out too. Whether you were trapped in a toxic work environment or crushed by a romantic relationship, it's my guess that somewhere along the line, you sought greener pastures elsewhere and walked away. But it's also my guess that even though you might have felt better momentarily, that it didn't last for long. Because the truth is, life is like a good manicure. No matter how hard you try, it never stays perfect for long. While you're probably familiar with burnout, what you might not know is that usually it's not just burnout. Oftentimes it's betrayal. And unless you address that betrayal, you're always going to feel burned out. Let me explain what I mean by betrayal. A betrayal is a breaking of an expectation that you have relied on that ruptures your view of yourself and the world. It can be as simple as somebody breaking a confidence, or as complex as the realization that you've betrayed yourself all along by selling out to a dream that was not your own. Had I realized that what I was experiencing was not burnout, but was a deep-seated sense of betrayal from unmet expectations around career, life, and even motherhood, I might not have walked away. I might not have continued to suppress my own needs and desires and sought to please, conform, and perform for others instead. And neither do you. Women and girls are taught to seek validation from those outside of themselves instead of from within. At home, we carry the emotional labor of the family. At work, despite progress, we are still paid and promoted less than men. And in society, no matter how hard we try, we can never be quite young, thin, or pretty enough. Living like this is a betrayal of ourselves, and it impacts our health, our happiness, and our ability to reach our full potential. It's such a problem that the World Health Organization estimates that burnout costs the United States over $500 billion every year. The solution begins by naming the correct problem. Standard protocol for burnout recovery includes better self-care, scheduling, and support. But if these remedies don't work, then what you're experiencing is not burnout. It's betrayal. And you need betrayal recovery instead. Betrayal recovery is encapsulated by the acronym FLAUNT, which stands for Find Your Fetish, Laugh Out Loud, Accept Unconditionally, Navigate the Negative, and Trust in Your Truth. While all of these steps are vitally important to moving through burnout, the process is not necessarily linear. So for today, we're only going to talk about AU, Accept Unconditionally, which I like to call the golden center of flaunt. So much personal and professional self-development talks about reverse engineering to meet your goals, which is great if you're honest about where you're at. And too often, we like to fudge where we're at. If you've ever shaved 5 pounds off your weight, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Imagine using your GPS to get to, say, New York City, but putting in Miami as your starting destination instead of Denver, where you actually live, because Miami just sounds so much cooler. The directions are going to be meaningless, and you're going to end up disappointed, betrayed by your GPS. Accepting unconditionally gives you an honest assessment of where you're at, where you want to be, and most importantly, how to get there. What would change for you if you accepted all aspects of where you were at unconditionally right now? What I want is for you to stop seeking to please, conform, and perform for everybody else, and to start validating yourself instead, no matter what your fingernails look like. If this resonates, fill out the postcard on the table. We'll schedule an appointment, and during our time together, we'll figure out if what you're experiencing is burnout or betrayal, and what to do about it either way. The rest of your life is waiting, and the choice is yours. Spend your time, money, and energy managing your symptoms, or move beyond burnout by addressing its root cause and healing the betrayal once and for all. What could be possible for you if you did?